Hey Bears fans, the wait is almost over. The unofficial start of NFL free agency is just hours away, and the Chicago Bears are sitting on a golden opportunity to reshape this roster. General Manager Ryan Poles has already been making moves, but what comes next could change everything for the Bears in 2025. After a disappointing 5-12 season, the Bears are looking to turn things around, and with one of the biggest salary caps in the league, the possibilities are endless. We've already seen some key roster adjustments, including cutting tight end Gerald Everett and defensive end DeMarcus Walker. But that was just the beginning, with trades already bringing in interior lineman Jonah Jackson and Joe Thuney. Poles and his team are just getting started. So, what's the game plan for the first wave of free agency? Priority number 1, addressing the center position and finding a dominant edge rusher. The Bears need a veteran center, and all eyes are on Drew Dalman from the Falcons. If that doesn't work out, Ryan Kelly is another option that could bring immediate impact. On the defensive side, edge rushers like Josh Sweat, Khalil Mack, yes, a potential reunion, and Chase Young are all on the table. But will the Bears be willing to spend big? This move alone could set the tone for the entire offseason. Now let's talk about depth. After solidifying the trenches, the Bears need to focus on defensive tackle and wide receiver depth. Names like Jonathan Allen, Javon Hargrave, and Sheldon Rankins could be in play for the interior D-line. As for receivers, Tim Patrick and Elijah Moore could be smart additions to complement DJ Moore and Romo Duns. But here's the thing. Chicago doesn't need to rush these moves. Sometimes waiting out the market can lead to incredible bargains. And let's not forget about offensive line depth and safety help. We know Dennis Allen's system relies on versatile defensive backs, so a familiar face like Marcus Williams or Von Bell could be a sneaky good pickup for the secondary. Meanwhile, veteran tackles like George Fant or Joe Noteboom could provide much-needed insurance for the offensive line. The bottom line? The Bears are in a prime position to make waves in free agency, and how they handle these first few days will dictate the team's future. Best case scenario, landing Drew Dalman and Josh Sweat to anchor both sides of the ball. Worst case, settling for less impactful options and missing out on top talent. Now, Bears fans, I gotta hear from you. Who do you want the Bears to sign on day one? Should we go all in on Dalman and Sweat? Or do you have other names in mind? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's get the debate rolling. And of course, hit that like button and subscribe for all the latest Bears news, because this offseason is just getting started. Bear face down arrow. The Chicago Bears enter the 2025 NFL free agency period with $45.7 million in cap space, ranking 14th in the league. Despite recent acquisitions of offensive lineman Jonah Jackson and Joe Thuney via trade, General Manager Ryan Poles still has flexibility to make key moves. Extensions and contract restructures could further increase the team's available cap space. Key offseason needs. The Bears have clear priorities as they approach free agency and the draft. Defensive end. Pairing Montez Sweat with another high-impact pass rusher remains a top priority. Center. A new starting center is crucial after recent offensive line reshuffling. Wide receiver. A reliable WR3 to complement DJ Moore and Romo Duns is needed. Tight end. Adding depth behind Cole Kmet will be important for offensive flexibility. Running back. A solid complement to DeAndre Swift could bolster the rushing attack. Potential free agent targets. Several names have been linked to the Bears as they look to strengthen their roster. Defensive end. Khalil Mack reunion. Josh Sweat, Trey Hendrickson, trade possibility. Center, Drew Dalman, Ryan Kelly, or draft selection. Wide receiver, Tim Patrick, Josh Reynolds, familiarity with Ben Johnson's system. Tight end, Noah Fant, Hunter Henry, or a mid-round draft pick. Projected 2025 starters. Offense, QB, Caleb Williams. RB, DeAndre Swift. WR, DJ Moore, Romo Duns, TBD. T, Cole Kmet. OL, Braxton Jones, LT, Joe Thuney, LG, TBDC, Jonah Jackson, RG, Darnell Wright, RT. Defense, DL, Montez Sweat, Jervin Dexter Sr., Andrew Billings, TBD. LB, Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards. CB, Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon, Tariq Stevenson. S, Kevin Byard, Jaquan Brisker. Draft capital and strategy. With 7 draft picks, including number 10 overall and 2 second-rounders, the Bears have multiple options. They could trade up for a top defensive end or trade back to accumulate more picks. The team also has flexibility to use its draft capital in player trades if an opportunity arises. What's next? The Bears have made significant strides under Ryan Poles, and the 2025 offseason is another opportunity to solidify their roster. With free agency and the draft ahead, expect Chicago to be aggressive in filling key needs, particularly on the offensive line and defensive front. Stay tuned as the Bears continue shaping their roster for a highly anticipated season under new head coach Ben Johnson. With free agency officially underway, the Chicago Bears continue to reshape their roster for the 2025 season. General Manager Ryan Poles has already made key moves, but there's still work to be done. Let's break down the latest developments. Bears address offensive line. What's next? After securing 2 key offensive linemen in Joe Thuney and Jonah Jackson, Chicago still has a glaring need at center. The Bears have been linked to potential free agent options like Drew Dalman and Ryan Kelly, while the draft remains a possibility for filling that spot. With a young quarterback in Caleb Williams, ensuring stability in the middle of the line remains a top priority. Keenan Allen set to hit free agency. One of the biggest headlines coming out of Hallis Hall is that veteran wide receiver Keenan Allen will be testing free agency. Allen played a crucial role in the Bears' passing game last season, providing a reliable target. While Chicago still has DJ Moore and rookie Rome Odunze, the team now faces a critical decision at WR3. The Bears could turn to the draft or explore free agent options like Tim Patrick or Josh Reynolds, both of whom have experience in Ben Johnson's system. Defensive line still a focus. On the defensive side, the Bears are still looking to add a pass rusher to pair with Montez Sweat. While Myles Garrett is off the market, names like Khalil Mack and Josh Sweat remain possibilities. Additionally, trade rumors continue to swirl around Bengals defensive end Trey Hendrickson. Whether through free agency or the draft, expect Chicago to make a move soon. What's next? The Bears have already made significant strides in free agency, but there are still moves to be made. With cap space remaining and key roster holes to fill, expect Ryan Poles to stay aggressive. Whether it's adding another weapon on offense or reinforcing the defensive line, Chicago isn't done yet. That wraps up our latest update on the Bears' free agency plans. What do you think should be their next move? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more Bears content. See you in the next one.